Hello and welcome, and a Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. Apologies for not uploading recently, but there's been a bit of a lull in content with the holidays and everything, so that's understandable. Wasn't really a lot to make videos on, so I just kind of been relaxing, doing some Twitch streams, and waiting for something to happen, and boy, did something happen. So we've got plenty to talk about. But I would just want to start this video off by saying a big thank you to the team that's working on this project and everybody in the community as well. It was an amazing 2021, and here's looking forward to an amazing 2022. This project has been completely life-changing for me so far, and I think for a lot of other people. So can we get a big thank you down in the comments to the dev team for everything that they've done on this project. And with that said, let's move on to talking about what's new. So obviously we have Crypto Raider mounts, a new collection showing up here on screen. And this was the most recent airdrop. In order to qualify for this, you just had to have 50 Raider tokens staked in the solo stake. And then you were guaranteed at least one mount. There were also some dropped to random character IDs. So if you have characters, there's a small chance that you could have had this dropped. If you do not see it and you don't know, make sure you click hidden. And it will have been dropped in your hidden tab with all of the other miscellaneous random trash. Don't interact with any of this. You might get scammed and all of your shit taken if you do. So don't interact with any of this crap. But the horses, the mounts from Crypto Raiders are safe to unhide and interact with. And the floor price is 0.165 Ethereum for commons. And if we scroll down a bit, we will find the epics, which is about a 20% drop rate. So you got about a 20% chance of hitting an epic. 0.73 for the Centurions and 0.92 for the Nightmares as far as floor prices go. And we can see about 11 ETH, a little over 11 ETH traded so far. And you can see Centurion Chargers have been selling for about 0.55. And Nightmares for about 0.85, 0.9, somewhere in that area. Some random people selling way too cheap. But that's always the deal with new airdrops. People always sell too cheap and they get bought up by whales. And this is no exception. In fact, there's some great deals here right now. I wouldn't mind putting a little bit more money into this and grabbing some more of them. But I've already been buying up a bunch of them. As you can see by my collection, I have 6, 12, 18, 24, 25 mounts so far. Some of them I got from the airdrop, and a bunch of them I purchased afterwards, for most of them for 0.125, 0.17 on some of them, kind of in that range I was purchasing them for. Did a private sale on one, so it doesn't show up as, yeah, on this one I think, so it doesn't show up, but I bought that one. In total, I got 11 airdropped, 8 for the amount I had staked. I think it was top 25 stakers got 8. And then I got 3 randomly out of my 132 characters. 3 of them got a random mount drop. So that is how I got all of mine. And I'm holding the 25 of them because my personal collection of characters, I intend to, after recruitment, cut it down to exactly 25 characters. And the rest will go to the guild account. And these 25 will be the 25 mounts for my characters. Other than that, they don't actually have a utility yet. We expect there will be a utility for them in the next few weeks. They are going to speed up some kind of the APR on something that isn't released yet. So we know there's some sort of play to earn element coming in the next couple of weeks. We don't know exactly when, we don't know exactly what it'll be, but we know it's coming and we know these will be used for it. So figuring out their value is pretty difficult, but I'm valuing commons at around 0.17 and epics at about 0.6-ish. 0.5 on Centurions, maybe 0.9 on the Nightmare. Just because if we click on the Nightmare, we can see that a lot, properties, 5% were Nightmares out of this drop, 20% were Epics, so 15% were Centurions. So whether or not the Nightmare is actually rarer overall, we don't know. There hasn't been a whole lot of information on that, but we do know that it was rarer in this particular drop. Whether that's by chance or because the Nightmare is actually far rarer than the Centurion Charger, we don't know. And won't know for quite some time until all of those are dropped. Next up in the Crypto Raiders news, we have the new login. You have to create an email and password. Slightly controversial for some people. Personally, I see no issue with it. Most of the people on this in this project are already using Discord, and you had to use an email to sign up for Discord, so you really shouldn't have too much concern with your email getting linked to your wallet address. It already is if you're using Discord, and even if you're using even if it somehow isn't, or you're using some way to make that not true, you can make a throwaway email. You can literally type in "this is a fake email" at fakeemail.com, and it will accept it. The only thing is that you won't be able to recover your password for the account if you forget it, if you do that. So I would recommend maybe just if you really are wary about having your email linked to your MetaMask address or your wallet address, then make a burner address, make a burner email. You can make them for free at any of them. There's tons of lesser used email services, so it won't be linked to any of your other emails. And you can very easily make a burner email with very little effort if you're super worried about that. Next up, the characters. Floor price has been flying. Actually, it's come down a little bit. There's one listed cheap right now. I do not think that will be there for very long because the floor has been consistently about 0.1 recently for Gen 3s, which is insane, but we have the recruitment event coming on the 12th to make up for it. That is the other big piece of news, is the recruitment event. We have prices ranging from 3,000 to 3,500 Aurum in order to recruit. So it's not too bad. It's the same as last time. Gen 1's, of course, getting the cheap 3,000 and then scaling up. And those are the prices currently. And what we expect to see. It's probably going to be completely worth it. I don't know how much the floor will drop when the recruitment event happens, but I think there's a lot of demand right now. And I think when the recruitment event happens, we'll probably see it drop down to maybe 0.045, 0.05 area, somewhere in that range. And then the people will start buying them up in a hurry. If it drops much lower, if it drops to 0.03, I will pull money out of liquidity pool and buy like 200 of them if it drops back down to that 0.03 level. So I don't think it's going to drop too terribly low. So anybody looking to make a quick buck that has characters, if you recruit and instantly sell, you will instantly double-ish your money on that endeavor. So should be a good event coming up. Make sure to recruit with all of your characters. Next up, we have the price of Raider, which has done this in the last month. Yeah, not much to say about that. That is absolutely insane. 3 weeks ago, which is when I moved money out of the liquidity pool and put it into Raider, it was right about here. Somewhere in this area, right around $1.80 something, is where I swapped over to being in Raider token unstaked. And since then, we've seen a 340% astronomical climb over the last 3 weeks to our current price of $6.06. I think there's probably quite a bit of room left for upside personally. Not financial advice, obviously. Nothing on this channel ever is. So take that with a grain of salt and do your own research. But I think it still has some upside. That being said, full disclosure and complete honesty here, I did sell my unstaked Raider tokens and put it back into the liquidity pool. And that is just because I do have a significant amount staked in the lockup on solo stake for a year. So I took the opportunity with this insane rally today and de-risked at about $5.88. So right here is me de-risking, was that red bar. And sold the unstaked Raider and moved it back into the liquidity pool. And that way I have the nice hedge against anything crazy happening in the short term. But the vast majority, about 3/4 of my position, is still in solo stake, locked up until August. And I don't even tend to sell it at that point once we get there. I mean, depending on what the price is, if it's something crazy and I can live off of interest for the rest of my life, then I'd consider it. But we'll see what happens. The price has been on an absolute insane climb, so if you've been in it, nice. It's been great for you. I'm sure you've enjoyed as much as I have waking up every morning and seeing a new all-time high in the charts every single morning for the last couple of weeks. As far as Aurum price goes, we can see in the last month it has been, kind of doing its thing. It's been, I think right here is where recruitment was announced. Yeah, right about here is where recruitment was announced. And it went on a bit of a tear. And I think it almost broke 4 cents a couple of times, got somewhat close up to that like 3.8 level there. Hanging out around 3.6. I have no clue what this is going to do in the future. None. No clue. Don't know. We're going to get play to earn at some point in the future. What effect that'll have, who knows. How much it'll bring it down, nobody has a clue. It's your best guessing game. I will say this is an inflationary token. There is no limit to supply. This is not the actual limit. There is no limit. They can mint as many as they want whenever they want. Obviously, Nat's in charge of that, and he has not led us astray on the tokenomics at all. He has done an absolutely amazing job, and so I think this will be well managed. But who knows what it's going to do. I would advise, again, not financial advice, but I'd advise against heavily investing into it other than as a safety bet in the liquidity pools. Just my personal opinion, not advice. And yeah, we'll see what it does, but it's gotten a little bit expensive. There is some people talking about hoping for the devs adjusting the price of recruitment as a result of Aurum jumping up. No idea if that'll happen or not. I think Sophisticated Art Speculator said it wasn't likely, but who knows what'll happen in the future. Nobody can really guess on that. And we'll just see what happens and keep enjoying the 330% liquidity pool gains right now. And then if we get into the actual game, we can see that the Christmas dungeon is no more. It is gone. So I hope you got your Christmas items. The item was finally found a few days ago on the super rare item. We don't know what the drop rate was, but it looks like around 10, maybe a little bit fewer, maybe like 9 were found in total. And what it does is it changes the background to a winter background of your character, meant to be a super rare cosmetic only item. And they will be doing more stuff like that in the future. So if you got it, congratulations, you have the rarest item in the game by far. And if you missed out, well, it was super rare. Hopefully you got some good Christmas gear besides. I did not manage to snag any epics myself, but I'm still got some free raids left that I didn't manage to get done before the Christmas dungeon ended on this account, but it is what it is. Like I said, I plan to curtail this down to 25 after the recruitment event, and of course it's going to double to, what is that, 54 after, so I'll have some people to cut and move over to the guild account. And that's about it for updates on the game and everything that's going on. If you have any videos that you really want to see made, if you need a guide for something, or any ideas that you want to see made into a video, or any topics you want to see covered, let me know down in the comments, because I am out of ideas for videos right now and just kind of waiting for content updates. So this one kind of rambled on, but we covered everything that's happened in the last couple of weeks, and I hope you enjoyed, and have a great start to the year, and I will see you next time.